Hey VC, what's up? It's me, yours truly. I am back to post a quick video here. This is going to be the next video in the Ask Mr. Hall of Fame video series, which I haven't done one in probably a couple of months now. But that's a series where basically you guys ask me any questions you want about anything whatsoever, and it just kind of gives me the opportunity to chat with you guys, interact, have fun, and just kind of, hang with the VC, so to speak. So yeah, any questions you want about anything, music or otherwise, just please do not leave the questions on this video. Go to that video link you see right down below. Leave all the video or questions, I should say, on that video. That way I have them all consolidated to one. And as I go through and answer each one, I give it a thumbs up and a heart to show that I've answered it and remind myself that I've answered it. And then it all just kind of keeps it easier because they're all consolidated to one video, as I would never find them if they're scattered all over the place. So yeah, so go to that video link and leave any questions you want, but let's just kind of jump right into it. We'll start off here with Dimebag77, who's left a question before. And yeah, you can feel free to leave as many questions as you want. The more kind of inventory I have, the better. So Dimebag77 basically said he just wants me to show some stuff featuring like my white label promos and promo only items. He said, I think it'd be awesome to see that stuff from your collection featured. So yeah, I'll kind of dive into that. In the past, I never really paid that much attention to promo stuff. I didn't really care about it until maybe the last probably 5 or 6 years that I've started paying a little closer attention to specific pressings and stuff like that, and promos or things that I've kind of gotten into. So I do have a white label promo section in my collection, and I just went there and just kind of pulled 10 of what I thought were some of the coolest in that section. So I'll just show 10 of them here. So we'll start off here with this one, which of course is Boston self-titled. Very, very beautiful pressing of that. And I won't pull out each album, but just kind of a very nice white label promo there, which is kind of cool. Another cool one here, which is Black Sabbath Paranoid. Again, another kind of very nice white label promo there. These are kind of cool too, because you guys know I'm kind of a very hardcore stickler about condition when it comes to my collection. I'm extremely picky. So normally if I see something with that type of ring wear or whatever, it would never even come close to making it into my collection, even though there's no creases or anything. But something kind of as cool and as rare as a white label promo of something like Paranoid, it's like, screw that, I have to grab that. So that's a cool one right there. Jethro Tull Aqualon, another cool one there. I don't know why I'm turning around, they're all white label promos, so you kind of know what those are going to look like. Neil Young Crazy Horse, everybody knows This Is Nowhere, so another very cool white label promo. Dawkins, Back for the Attack, so you got the white label promo with the hype sticker there, which is kind of cool. So that's a nice one. The first Roxy Music album, again, white label with the hype sticker, which is kind of cool. So that's a beautiful piece. And I was really pumped the day I got this a few years ago. The Nuggets, you guys know this is kind of for the longest time, it's like just a very popular Psych compilation. And to find just a near mint white label promo of that was just really, really fantastic. So that was definitely a good find. Stick, Pieces of 8. Again, another cool white label promo with the hype sticker. Queen the Works, white label promo. And the 10th one that I picked, just kind of randomly there, Boys in the Hood. You can see they're kind of not only white label promo, but just kind of the promo sleeve from the from a radio station copy there. So those are just kind of, said 10 of what I think are some of the cool promos. I do pay attention now also to gold stamp promos, and I don't think I have one right here by any chance that I could show really quick. No, I don't think I don't, because with I actually had some stickers made up that's little gold stickers that say gold stamp promo. So on the front of my outer sleeves of all my gold stamp promos, I put those little stickers on the front too. So I do pay a lot more attention to that than I did in the past. So cool question, Dime. Next we'll move on here to Michael's channel. He says, "Hey Brandon, if you were abducted by aliens and they said you could only bring along one record, what would it be?" And typically, I know when we ask that question, we're kind of asking like, your favorite album that you can't live without and that type of thing. But I really thought about it like, hey, if I was actually being abducted and I could only take one album, like what would I probably go to? And my first thought was it would probably need to be a compilation of some sort. If I can only have one album, I'd want to have the best assortment of music I could possibly have. So there's probably a few that I can choose, but the one I decided to grab just to answer this question is this one here, which is the gold platinum compilation from the early 80s or mid 80s, I should say. And I would do something like a comp, because on this you get things like Man Eater by Daryl Hall and John Oates, Girls Just Want to Have Fun by Cyndi Lauper, Language of Love by Dan Fogelberg, Rosanna by Toto, Separate Ways by Journey, Heat of the Moment by Asia, Love is a Battlefield by Pat Benatar, Come On Feel the Noise by Quiet Riot, Say 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 Paul McCartney, Human Nature Michael Jackson, Every Breath You Take the Police, Down Under Men at Work, Tell Her About It Billy Joel, You Might Think the Cars, 99 Luft Balloons by Nina, Twist of Fate by Olivia Newton-John. So you're kind of getting a little bit of taste of everything there. You're getting some female singers, you're getting some male singers, you're getting at least kind of one core hair metal piece with Come On Feel the Noise, and you also have some of the cool German stuff like the 99 Luft Balloons. So you have some 80s new wave in there. You have the Michael Jackson pop thing. So I think if you're only going to take one record that you're going to listen to on this entire trip while they have abducted you, you probably just want to have a nice mixture of a lot of things. So I would kind of say that or something just like that is probably what I would take. So that's my answer to that question. Moving right along, the next question is, let me scroll down here, from Marco, Jeff Fan 10 says, "Hello Brandon, hope you're doing fine. My question title is Imaginary Hype Stickers. It says, I would like for you to pick a few, it's up to you how many, albums that don't have hype stickers and give you the freedom to create one. What would you like to write on it to get people's attention and all that good stuff, and kind of some of the songs I like to put on it and all of that." So there's two albums that kind of came to mind with that question. One is going to go to an album by my favorite band, which is Godsmack. And one of the main reasons, not even just being my favorite band, but I've always thought that if they would, number one, get their butts in gear and start actually pressing more of their albums, because they've never pressed Awake, they've never pressed 4, they've never pressed Faceless, and it's just kind of like Oracle, on and on. But if they ever got around to pressing some of those, I thought it would be so cool for them to make a hype sticker that's basically the shape of the sun, which is kind of their logo. They took that sun from Alice in Chains. Actually, the name too, Godsmack, and that sun emblem came from Alice in Chains. But yeah, it'd be so cool to see a hype sticker that was like that, right up here. And then of course everything would be written right in the middle of the hype sticker there. And what I would actually put on there, I would just put whatever, like right in the middle of the hype sticker with a big exclamation point, and let people just kind of figure out, like, why does it just say whatever? It's like a smart aleck way of just, whatever, and then they'll like say, oh, that's the song, or blah blah blah. But yeah, I think if you had just a really cool hype sticker like that with just whatever written in the middle of it, or like featuring real small, then whatever exclamation point, that'd be pretty cool. So that's one hype sticker I would love to see. Another one I think would be kind of cool, because I've actually thought about this one in the past before even reading that question, which is going with Chris Stapleton, his album Volume 1. That's one I would love to see a hype sticker on, because it just came with this little, Volume 1 little gold sticker, which really kind of is pretty weak. But I've always thought it'd be really cool to have a hype sticker on this album with like a little acoustic, kind of country acoustic guitar right here, maybe like the same shade of his beard, kind of like at an angle, but like a really cool acoustic guitar, and inside that guitar something like the most Motown country singer you ever heard, or something like that, and then having like featuring Either Way and Broken Halos. Those would be the two songs I would feature on that. But some type of play on words with that, about how, because I've always felt that the thing that makes makes Chris Stapleton gold is really all he's doing is singing Motown songs. So you're getting all the soul from early Motown, and he's doing it with a country twang. And you know, like the two things where you can bring a lot of emotion together is that old school R&B and an amazing country delivery. Like, that's why all that storytelling is built into those two genres that are so moving and long lasting and impactful. And he's just taken like both of them and just nail the mixture. So I would put something like that to kind of say the most Motown country singer you've ever heard in your life, or something like that, and inside that little acoustic guitar. So I think that'd be a pretty cool hype sticker for that album. So that's kind of the best I could do. Not sure if that's exactly what you were looking for, but that's where I felt like the thought process was going. And then there was one other question here. Let's see. I was going to get to one more. Yes, 11-minute mark. Christopher Atkins says, can you name 3 albums where the first side kicks all kinds of you know what, but the second side falls flat, or vice versa? Keep up the channel, dude. All the best. And thank you very much, Christopher. I appreciate that. Yeah, I did come up with 3 albums, and I come up with 3 or 2. Yeah, I got 3. And on these 3, let me also say, it's not where one side kicks butt and the other sucks. But really what I thought about was one side is just so phenomenal that it's beyond the other side, even though the other side is also pretty darn good. So we're talking about distance between first side or second side or whatever, and not that one side sucks. Because with all these albums, both sides are great. So the first one I thought about was Depeche Mode Ultra. I think that's a perfect example for this question, because this came out in 1997. First side, you have songs like Barrel of the Gun, It's No Good, and Useless, which are really the 3 main, and also Use Link, which are like the core songs on this album. Like, those were the ones that even got close to being hits and all of that. And that side 1 is just absolutely killer. But then again, I mean, like, side B, you start off with Sisters of Night, which is also a very cool song. And actually, I'm sorry, I got those mixed up. I was thinking Sisters of Night when I said Uselink. But yeah, the first side, Barrel of a Gun, It's No Good, Useless, the killer tracks on the album. And the second side is still pretty solid, but that's one where I'd say that, to me, the first side definitely outshines side 2. Another one that goes right along with that, I think it's going to be this one here, which is Nine Inch Nails, Pretty Hate Machine. And again, you guys know this is an album that is just killer, killer, killer. Because of course on side 1 here you have Head Like a Hole, Terrible Lie, Down in It, Sanctified. Just going through that first side, it's just like, it's arguably 9 Inches, my favorite 9 Inch Nails side of any album whatsoever. But then, like I said, you go to side 2, and there's amazing songs there too. But I think the distance between the two is definitely a bit greater, because side 1 is so amazing on Pretty Hate Machine. And the one that immediately popped in mind, as soon as I read that question, this was the first album that came to mind, because I've always thought this, which is Neil Young, Comes a Time. And side 1 on this album, again, in my personal opinion, is Neil One's best side 1 as far as studio albums go. His best side 1 song for song of any album he's ever done, which, that's saying a ton when it comes to Neil. But in my opinion, his best side 1 ever. So you start off with Going Back, then you have Comes a Time, Look Out for My Love, Lot of Love, Peace of Mind. I mean, just absolutely killer side 1 on that, with what's her name? I'm having a brain fart here. She actually did a version of Lot of Love. What's her freaking name? Why am I going totally brain dead? Oh well, I don't know. I can't even see her album cover, but for whatever reason, it slipped my mind. But yeah, this is like the ultimate side 1 in my opinion. And then side 2, you have Human Highway, Already Won, Field of Opportunity, Motorcycle Mama, Four Strong Winds. Again, decent songs for sure, but that first side is just, Neil's country folk just at its peak as far as I'm concerned. Just absolutely fantastic. So yeah, so I said that was the first one that came to mind when I read that question. So anyway, I like to keep this right at the 15-minute mark. So thanks for the question, guys. And like I said, please go to the video over there, leave some more questions for me. Would love it. As always, thanks for watching. Thanks for asking questions, and we will talk to you soon. All right, take care, guys.